Hello everyone. Today we'll talk about Salim, who is an employee at a digital tech company in Lebanon. He's been there for at least 1 year. His employees encouraged him to apply to open lead team position, which the company opened a couple of days ago. And because he has a lot of skills, he is a hard worker, he expected to be elected. However, Jad got the election. Jad is a new colleague who has been in the company only for a couple of months. Salim was frustrated by the decision. And when Jad got elected, a lot of things annoyed other team members. Jad didn't involve them. The company looked to prioritize Jad in a lot of things. And the culture of the company was in danger. Even the whole performance of Jad and how he handled the projects were a big question mark. Now we move on to unethical things that happened in that case. First of all, the appointment of Jad instead of Salim without any good reasoning or explanation was very weird according to the team members, and it was kind of unethical to do that. Another thing is the lack of grievance and whistleblowing channels in the company, which means that there is no formal process to apply a complaint in the company if someone or an employee is annoyed from an issue. Add to that, after Jad was appointed, a lot of unethical things took place. First of all, Jad handled some projects where the team wasn't involved or didn't even know about. Also, one time, a fully drafted project by Salim was taken off him, and it was named as if Jad did the whole thing. Plus, last but not least, Salim was once removed of multiple projects without any reasoning or explanations if he did something wrong or what was behind this decision. Now we move to step 3 to talk about the shareholders. We have primary and secondary shareholders. The primary shareholders in this case are Salim, Jad, the seniors who took this decision, and the team members who were annoyed, who felt the whole situation was weird and got affected by this decision. The secondary shareholders in this case are the donors, the end users, which are maybe the municipalities that are dealing with this company, because this problem affected the culture of the company and it led to a lot of consequences, which indirectly led to the involvement of these secondary shareholders that are end users and the donors. Salim has 3 alternatives to go for. Either he stays silent and deals with his frustration alone, either he approaches Jad and talks to him about the issue in private, or he collects some feedback from his employees, why are they annoyed, and goes with it to his management to solve the whole issue. To begin with, we will discuss these 3 alternatives in the eyes of Aristotle, Kant, and Mill. Aristotle thinks that staying silent is an uncourageous act. Thus, it's a bad characteristic to have as a human, and he does not prefer that decision. Kant thinks that the act itself, staying silent in such a situation, which is also harming the company, not only Salim, is also a bad thing to do. As for Mill, some may argue that it's being done to prevent the damages for the company, but in fact, this will have a lot of consequences. So staying silent will in fact harm the company. So even in Mill's point of view, it's not a good thing to do. The second alternative, which is approaching Jad, in the eyes of Aristotle, it's a good characteristic of a human being to be respectful, honest, and approach the person with his problems. According to Kant, the act itself is a good thing to do, and this is what Kant cares about the most. The act itself, approaching who made you annoyed, is a good decision. And according to Mill, it's also a good decision because it could benefit Salim and maybe the team members. As for alternative 3, Aristotle also believes, of course, it's a good characteristic to gather feedback. It makes the employees feel they're being heard, there's a lot of trust, and goes to the management with it. Kant also feels it's a good act to do, and Mill because he cares about the maximum happiness of maximum number of people. Of course, it makes the team members happy and it could solve the whole issue from its roots. So he goes to the administration and becomes bluntly honest with them about the whole issue and that something has to change. I believe that alternative three is the best solution because this problem is not only harming Salim anymore, it's harming the whole company. The culture is being damaged. Some team members and developers are leaving, and a lot of the employees are feeling annoyed from how the management is dealing with Jad. So this is a bad sign for the future of the company. Some may leave, others may not join the company, and of course, it's going to create a lot of problems. So alternative three would be the best solution. Let him go to the administration or the seniors, talk about it. Communication is always key for such issues, and the management should give him a real explanation. Why are they doing that? Or maybe they are not very aware of their what they're doing, so they will enhance their performance with their team members, their communication skills. Everyone will be happier. Moving on to the last step, how will we monitor this decision? Mainly, Salim has to feel some improvement after he addresses the management. He has to feel, even if Jad has to be kept in his position, Jad has to change the way he addresses things, how he deals with projects, and so. Another point is that the donors have to be more involved. They should know what's going on in the company, whether good or bad. The team members should always be involved in projects. Jad himself should involve his team members, and everyone should be credited for what he does. If any problem, like when Salim got written off the project he fully drafted and it was taken off to Jad, this shouldn't be repeated anymore.